last week I posted something where I shared the 5 mistakes I made when I started using social media for my business. And I asked you guys what the mistakes were that you made. And Alice, a positive psychology coach, responded saying that one of the mistakes she made was separating her personal brand and her business brand. Now, the key reason she felt it was a mistake is because it was hard to sustain that kind of content. But for me, I actually have another reason for this, and it's something that I realized I get really triggered around. I had a few conversations around it this week, and I realized how passionately I feel about this topic. So I wanted to address this because I think as coaches, the answer for us around whether or not we should separate our personal brand and our business brand, or our personal stuff and our business stuff, is so unique and something that really does need to be addressed before you start using social media for business.
So let me tell you a little story. Back, maybe even just a year ago, I had a business page. They were both set to business settings, but one was where I kept my business stuff and the other one was where I kept my personal stuff. And I, first of all, it was so much work maintaining content in both places, but my personal page had so much more engagement. And in terms of converting and questions that I got about my business, I had so many more on my personal page than I did on my business page. And that made no sense to me. All of my business information was on my business page. Why was I getting more interest on my personal page? And the reason is because people were connecting with me. Now, I just had a conversation with one of my clients, and I just love this girl so much because she is starting this journey on social media with the purest intentions of just helping people, right? And I said to her, she was trying to figure out what she should call her handle. And I was like, well, why don't I just use your name? And she was like, I don't want to use my name because it's not about me, it's about them. And first of all, I love that, right? I think that that's really beautiful. And I think at a certain point, her instincts are spot on, right? What you post and why you post it is not about you, it's about them. You can't just post when you're inspired. You have to post what people want or need to hear from you, right? They have certain pain points and your mission on social media is to help with those pain points. So true. In that regard, it's not about you, it's about them. However, the rest of it, whatever the rest of it is, 20%, 30%, 40%, I don't know, has to be about you because people are inspired through you. People see what is possible through you. People see someone walking their talk through you, and all of those things add to actually helping them. All those things serve them. And so if your objective is to serve people, you have to make it possible for them to connect with you so that you can actually serve them. So that's one thing. But then the other thing is, as a coach, let's be real here. People are not investing in a package with you because of what you're offering, right? I mean, that's part of it, of course, but there's a lot of people out there that are offering the same thing that you are. What sets you apart is how they resonate with you. So if you have a page where all you talk about is tips and tricks and your offerings and it's just selling and brand information, you are missing a very important component of the coach-client relationship. And that is you, the personal part of you, who you are, your personal life, the fact that you have 2 dogs, one crazy lunatic right here and one lovable lunatic over there. People know this stuff about me. And sometimes when I have new clients, the first question they ask me is, how's Sophia and Chloe? I have a dog too. And we talk about 5 minutes about our dogs. And it's because we suddenly have a relationship even though we've only been talking for 5 minutes, we have a relationship because we have something in common. And that was established on social media because I made the decision to share not just my business life, but my personal life. So usually, and there's exceptions to every rule. Hey guys, 1 second, please. Sorry, they're already getting riled up. They heard me talking about them. For me, I think there's exceptions to every rule, but for me, I generally advise that you combine your personal brand and that your brand becomes about both you and your business, and to use one page for that. It is why I shut down my Coach Social page. I used to have a page and it had 13,000 followers on it. It wasn't like it was a small page. I shut that down and I devoted all my time and energy to Sophia Para, because that's where people were connecting with me. And it was a really good decision, because not only that, I saved so much time, right? I don't even know what I would have done had I had continued to have 2 pages that I had to populate.
Cool. So I would love to hear from you guys. What has your experience been with your own business? Do you split your personal stuff and your business stuff? How has that been for you? How is sustaining content on each? How is your brand conversion? Things like that. And then I'd also love to know how many of you have switched from a personal Instagram profile to a business Instagram profile. Because as you know, there are personal settings and there are business settings, and there's just different features on each depending on how you're using your Instagram feed. So I'm curious if you've made that settings change, and if you haven't, perhaps I will next address the pros and cons around doing that. So let's save that topic for next time. Thanks guys for being here, and do let me know if you have any questions.